Hey, Abercrombie.
Oh, what's up, Fitch?
I have this idea for a store called Hollister.
Hollister?
It's a city in California.
So like a surf Cali vibe?
And we'll make the storefront look like a vintage beach hut.
That sounds expensive.
We'll just price the clothes to make up for that cost. And we'll make it so dark inside, you can't even read the price tags.
People do appreciate dimmer lighting in fitting rooms.
Oh no, we'll make it bright in there so you can see every pore on your body, and we'll make the mirrors unflattering too.
Don't we want to make people feel good in our clothes?
Of course, as long as they're an extra small.
That won't cause issues for an entire generation. Nope. What about the staff? Friendly and knowledgeable?
No and no, but we'll make the music so loud that nobody can ask a question anyway.
What about smell? It's important for the store to have a signature scent.
Smell? I think you mean taste. Because we will hire an employee whose only job is to spray cologne around the entire store every second of the day.
This all kind of sounds like it'll make anybody who's over 25 want to stay outside of the store.
Exactly. The parents will send their kids inside with the credit cards and they'll stay outside with the half-naked models.
Wait, the what?
The record store where I work, the owners, Trish and Rainbow, have been throwing all kinds of events. They had a full moon party, a drum circle, open mic, poetry night, and now they just hosted a talent show. Now, I usually work all these events doing concessions, so this was no different. But my boyfriend Phil told me that he wanted to do something in the talent show. I said, oh, sweet Mary, and I was kind of clutching my pearls thinking about it. But then I thought, Phil's a good dancer, so I was encouraging him to maybe do a dance or something. But he said no, that he had something else in mind. He didn't want to tell me what it was because he wanted it to be a surprise. Well, that's not the kind of surprise I enjoy. I want to be fully prepared for my secondhand embarrassment. So I'm there at the concession stand and people are just slamming the free punch and cookies like it's somehow going to fuel them for the impending apocalypse or something. And then I see Phil get up on stage holding a microphone. I turned around and I did the sign of the cross. I said a little prayer for him. I said, oh, sweet Mary, please let it not be a comedy routine. And then my next thought was, please let him not sing. Then the freaking guy opens his mouth and he sounds like Pavarotti. Phil's got the voice of an angel. I told him he ought to audition for Star Search.
Hey. Hey. You not having fun? No. Yeah, me neither.
Welcome, everyone, to the very first day of school. I am your teacher, Mrs. Arnie, and I would like to kick off the day by having each and every one of you stand up, tell us your first and last name, name 2 fun things you did over the summer, and tell us what you would like to be when you grow up. Let's start with you, dear.
Well, hi everyone, my name is Tina Donahue, no relation to Phil Donahue, and I did a lot of cool stuff over the summer, including going to summer rec, where I got to do so many cool arts and crafts, including making my mom and my Aunt Deb ashtrays. However, the most fun thing that I did over the summer was, guess what? I saw the movie Cocktail, which is rated R. Yeah, it was really cool. I went with my babysitter Samantha and her best friend Steph, who is also my best friend, and we had a really cool time. And guess what I want to be when I grow up? Well, if you would have asked me even a year ago, I would have said an archaeologist or a paleontologist because I have an interest in dinosaur bones as well as doing archaeological digs. However, after seeing the movie Cocktail, I really want to be a bartender in Jamaica. Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool to me. You get to hang out by the beach, making kamikazes all day, making lots of money. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thank you, Tina. Would you please hold up the name tag you made?
Can control you is to puff the trumpet.
Hope that didn't offend you. Did I word that okay? Please don't be mad at me.
Honey, you were late. I don't have time for a shampoo. We're gonna do a spritzy schmetzy. Let's put a cape on you. Steph, give me the big rods. Steph, honey, Diet Coke. I look like $1 million today. Honey, put out the ciggy. Honey, this is how they're doing it in the city. It's much better for long hair. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. No Roberta. Steph, 2 shampoos and a condition.
Did you bring in a picture? Great, give it to me. Honey, I wouldn't recommend the red. I really wouldn't. You want Lucille Ball? You're gonna get Ronald McDonald. Steph, set her up with a cape. Are we doing some cutting? Honey, baby, sweetie, goddess of Fruity Pebbles and peanut butter Captain Crunch. I'm gonna pump up your chair.
Living in a heated climate in the summer is impossible because you have to dress for the beach to be outside because it's the hell's asshole on the surface of the earth. But then you go inside and they've got the air conditioner blasted as if they're keeping penguins alive at the zoo. So, like, leaving your house is like as if your significant other's like, we're going on a surprise vacation, but I'm not going to tell you if it's a beautiful Mexican resort or an iceberg. So pack for both. I'm just trying to go to Walmart.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody, calm down!
Tina, dear, would you like to go next?
Well, the other day my babysitter Samantha was babysitting me and she was talking to her boyfriend Ronnie the whole time on the phone. And so when she got off, she said that she had a very special present for me for being so patient and also so I didn't tell my mom. Guess what she gave me? Now, I know you might be thinking, well, that's just an ordinary purse. But guess what? There's treasures inside. Okay, now everyone, close your eyes. Okay, everyone, now you can open them up. It's a little Cabbage Patch doll. And guess what? She's a ballerina. She has little ballerina shoes. Yeah, she's really cool. I named her Cynthia, and she's really beautiful. I love her big curly hair, and it smells really good because I washed it with Suave. Here, I'll pass her around so you can have a better look. Here, Steven. But guess what? That's not all that Samantha gave me. She also gave me jelly bracelets. Yeah, they're pretty cool. She gave me an orange one, lots of yellow ones, there's a hot pink one, and there's even a green one. Yeah, Samantha said that she would take me to the movies with her best friend Steph, so I plan on wearing them when we go. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys can pass these around too. Here, Rachel.
So you may have seen me trying on these infamous Free People micro shorts, and Urban Outfitters being Free People's younger, slightly poorer sister.
Help me, I'm poor.
They have decided to follow suit. I think you know what's coming next. This shirt feels appropriate to be what I try on everything with. I am about an inch away from whale tail. And if you don't know what that is, kids, you're about to. It's like they couldn't fit the pockets anywhere, but they had already committed to the fabric, so they just... It's like Britney's Toxic meets Paris Hilton.
That's hot.
The website refers to these as drop waist, and while they are about to drop off of my waist, we can see right through your attempted rebrand of the term low rise. Bitch, please! From Britney to Avril. They're... Oh. Okay, because you didn't see enough. Let's put a slit in it. I think that's supposed to be there. I don't think that was a mistake. Well, it was a mistake, but the millennial urge I have to just pull these up above my C-section scar. But if I do, I just had Chipotle. Ow! Watch the skin. Oh! I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like Jessica McClintock could sue. I look like I'm about to go get my grind on to music that I had no business listening to on a high school gymnasium floor that smells like a combination of BO and X. I don't know why they let us dance like that. This probably cost someone $11.99 at a Marshall's, and Urban Outfitters is selling them for $90. If you had stock in white thread in the early 2000s, you're living good right now. I would say that these are meant to be pajamas, however, the photos do recommend public wear. Now these don't feel so Y2K, these feel more 1800s K. I could haunt you as a ghost in these shorts. This feels like the start of a period piece adult film.
I do declare.
I ordered these shorts, but unfortunately they got delayed. However, I think I can recreate them much cheaper. I think I nailed it. If you enjoyed this, please follow me because I do this a lot. On the 12 days of Christmas my children gave to me
12 themed school days, 11 bedtime excuses, 10 Target tantrums, 9 loads of laundry, 800 moms, 7 spilled drinks, a whole 6 seconds of silence. 5 big hugs. 4 stomach bugs, 3 handmade cards, 2 random shoes, and a love that keeps me from going crazy.
Do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do boo boo ba do.
Oh, come on!
I am a brave, capable, independent woman. Those of you who go a while between hair washes will completely understand this, but just a little education for those of you who don't. I wanted to tell you about the phases between hair washes. Phase 1, day 1, day 2. Your hair is as you and God intended. She's doing what you want her to do. She hasn't been slept on too many times, and I will stop referring to her as she. I'm sorry, that's annoying. Phase 2, dry shampoo. That'll get you another, maybe 2 days. I am thankful for my husband, I am thankful for my children, and I am thankful for dry shampoo. Possibly not in that order. Phase 3, ponytail. Cute pony, messy bun, just get it away from your face. Phase 4, add a headband. Get a cute one, get it bedazzled, get it velvet. It'll actually look like you're trying. And the final phase, a hat. Showers, doesn't shower. Has her shit together, doesn't have her shit together. I would trust her with my money. Ma'am, please step back. And there you have it. The more you know. Follow me for more completely useless information.
Truth is, I can't pretend it's platonic, it's just ended. So I called my mom, she said to get it off your chest, get it off my desk. I feel he's creeping up on me, so real.
So Brenda's convinced that her husband Bob is cheating. So we jump into my Mustang and we're gonna go do a drive-by at the office where he says he's working late. And we pull up and we see his Cutlass Supreme sitting right out front. And me, I breathe a sigh of relief. I'm like, okay, thank God. But Brenda, she's not convinced. She says, Dad, something still doesn't feel right to me. I want to go inside. I said, all right, I'll park. So Brenda and I, we make our way to the 5th floor where Bob's office is. We go inside and sure enough, there he is. And he was just laughing and carrying on the phone with someone. And Brenda's frozen. And then we hear him say, well, I can't afford the whole night for you, but I think a few hours would be a lot of fun. And I looked at Brenda and I said, oh my God, he's talking to a working girl. He's trying to hire a lady of the night. And I said, the heck with it. And I ripped that phone right out of Bob's hands. And I said, and who might this be? He said, my name's Richard Clark. And I said, this is more complicated than we even thought. I said, okay, Richard Clark, well, what are you doing talking to my best friend's husband? He said, I'm a DJ with Party Town Entertainment. I'm talking to Bob about doing a 40th birthday party for his wife. Can I help you in some way?
Hi, I'm here to renew my driver's license. I did my research and I have all of the necessary paperwork. Birth certificate. Busted day of my parents' life. Proof of insurance. Yep. Proof of home address. Pew. Passport. Check. Previous license. Bad hair day. Please don't judge. 4th grade report card with a letter of recommendation from Miss Evans herself. Last night's home chef recipe. It's delicious. Enneagram test results. I'm a 3, if you couldn't guess. Tickets from the first concert you ever went to. Changed my life. All right, lastly, social security number. Wait. No. I know this. 14. Try again tomorrow.
Dang it! I ask you one question. Are you having any fun? What you getting out of living?
Hi, welcome to the Adulthood Hotel. I assume by the wrinkles on your face you're checking in. Thank you. I am so excited to get a good night's sleep. Oh, you're bad at sleeping now. You'll wake up with back pain and it won't go away until you die. Would you like to hear about our amenities? I think so. Down the hall is our gym, but don't bother because your metabolism sucks now. On the left is our judgment-free spa, where we offer free weird hair removal for all those new random places on your body that are suddenly sprouting grays. On the right, you will find our gift shop, where we offer the latest trends and fashions, which are actually just what you wore in middle school, but you're just old enough now that styles have cycled. And around that corner is the bar. Please note the little bowls are not filled with community M&Ms. That's Advil, because any more than 2 drinks will leave you with a 3-day hangover. I'd ask if you have any questions, but I see that your short-term memory has already checked out. Can I get an early morning wake-up call? Oh, your bladder will do that for you. Enjoy your stay.
Tina, dear, would you like to go next?
Well, as a lot of you may know, a new Disney movie just came out called The Little Mermaid, and my Aunt Deb and my mom took me to see it in the movie theater. Yeah, and I learned one of the songs from the movie. You guys want to hear? I want to be where the people are. I want to see 'em dancing. Well, my mom took me to Pizza Hut and I was using my allowance at the claw machine, and guess what I got? It's Ariel, the Little Mermaid. I really love Ariel. There's a lot of things about her that are also like myself. For instance, she loves to swim, I love to swim. She's like a really amazing singer. I too myself am a really amazing singer. Walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh yeah, feet. When I'm in the bathtub, sometimes I act like I'm a mermaid as well. Even though I really love the movie a lot, there is something about the end that I didn't like at all. I don't like that she gave up her whole world and her family and everything she's ever known for Eric, who let's face it, she didn't really know that much about.
Okay, great. Thank you, Tina.
Wait, remember how we tried to get vitamin C in the 90s?
Nikki, you need your vitamin C.
Mom, was this actually made from oranges? It's orange. Where you go? Mom, this kind of looks radioactive. No disrespect to 1995, but yeah, this feels way more efficient. Kids, get off the hood. I said in the car, not on the car.
Tina, dear, would you like to share something you did over the weekend?
Well, recently I was watching an episode of Sally Jesse Raphael with my mom, and there was this lady getting a makeover. It was really cool. So over the weekend, I decided to give myself a makeover, and I cut my own hair. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But then as soon as I looked in the mirror, I immediately started crying. Yeah, I took off a little more than I thought that I did, and my mom was so PO'd at first, but then I think she felt bad. So she took me to Eckerd so we can get some real cutting shears to even it out, and guess what else I got? It's the Little Mermaid bubble necklace. As you guys know, all the girls in school have been getting bubble necklaces, and I really wanted one too, and I love the Little Mermaid. She's my favorite of all the princesses. She sort of reminds me of myself. She's a really good singer, really strong swimmer, and she likes to brush her hair with a fork. Here, let me demonstrate how the bubbles work. Oops, I guess how the bubbles fell out. And what are we doing today? I'm just gonna brush you out. Did you bring in a picture? Great, give it to me. Yeah, your hair is so long. Are you ready, Blue? Oh, honey, this is gorgeous. You're gonna look great. Sit back, relax, because I'm about to work my magic. Yeah, I can tell you take really good care of it. That's awesome. Honey, baby, sweetie, goddess of gardenia. I'm gonna pump up your chair. This is my song. Step, turn it up. And let me turn you around. And honey, what do you think? Steph, call MTV. You're gorgeous.
Oh, it is so me.
You look bodacious.
Thanks. I feel bodacious.
Okay, if you missed it, I found a time capsule of Y2K clothing in my childhood closet. We're picking up from where we left off. I loved these jeans. Specifically, I would like for you to look at the length of the zipper. It's less than 2 inches long. We are very close to what should just be between me and my gynecologist. Oh, no way. And it's not happening. I feel like I remember the Ashley Simpson and Tisdale really rocking the like, is it shorts or is it pants look? I'm not shorts, not yet pants. If you're thinking, but style them, ma'am, style them. A long tank and a bolero jacket. My mom boobs are really testing the quality of Forever 21. The combination of lengths of everything, it's a choice. This feels like an optical illusion of proportions. My waist is somewhere within this vicinity. I look like a newsie. I look like those monkeys with the cymbals. We're not done with this outfit. We need shoes. Slouchy knit boot that looks as though Peter Pan asked his gothic grandmother to knit him some shoes. I had a little collection of these dresses with the wide band where you can essentially like adjust your hoe level. Quite convenient. Photos we look like this, but when we're ready to get down, I'm sorry, ignore the bra straps. These boobs are just no longer tube top compatible, but I have this dress in every color Forever 21 made it. Every color. The American Eagle sweater. Now, I live in Texas, and I would wear this with a collared shirt underneath it. If me wearing this when it is 102 degrees outside doesn't tell you how badly I just wanted to fit in as a child. And buried at the bottom of this stack of clothing was multiple Victoria's Secret bags and tissue paper. Did we need the bags? No. Did we throw them away? No, absolutely not. Apparently, it was a millennial crime to throw these bags away. I feel like it is finally time to get rid of these bags. I might need them. I'll probably, just a little, just keep them a little bit longer.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't 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 do it.
Did you bring in a picture? Hey Donna, I'm back from the year 2025. It's wonderful to see you, honey. What are we doing today? Just give me another totally 80s makeover. Okay, honey, sit back, relax, because I am your hairy godmother, and we're gonna turn you into the 1980s superstar that you are. Oh, I brought you a gift from 2025. It's for blending eyeshadow. Thank you, honey. Honey, baby angel, queen of the bizarre behavior. I'm gonna pump up your chair. Okay, honey, are you ready for your big reveal? Now let me turn you around, and honey, what do you think? I got the Donna special. Now you go back to 2025 and you tell them Hotlook sent you. Honey, baby, sweetie, pudding pie. I'm gonna pump up your chair. Stop, Diet Coke. Steph, I'm not paying you to make personal calls. Wash the windows, sweep the hair, do the towels. There's a new Mr. Miyagi in town. Honey, were you drinking the Kool-Aid when you decided it was a good idea to dye your hair with it? I gotta tell you something, and I'm gonna give it to you straight, and if it hurts your feelings, oh well, that's the cost of doing business. I will not have you sitting in my chair in my salon putting yourself down.
Life is hard enough, honey, without walking around comparing yourself to everybody else. So I don't want to hear about how you got a terrible hairline and you inherited Aunt Gertrude's cankles. You are gorgeous. You are deserving. Nobody glows like you, honey. Nobody has what you have. Don't talk about what does this one have, what does that one have. She's a supermodel, she's this, she's that. You think she's got it all together? No, she doesn't. She goes home and she's a habitual nose picker. What do you know? We all have our things. Trust me, honey, I got some major problems. So no more of this putting yourself down in my salon. Jealousy? Why, it's an ugly, ugly thing. And sometimes it can show up in the places you least expect it. Like in your friendships. Sometimes within your family. Sometimes it could even be in your love life, honey. Yes, it can. I've been there before. It can also show up in the workplace. Yes, it can. I'm experiencing some of that right now myself. I work with these ladies. Now, I am very new to my job, but I am doing the best I can. I'm showing up every day to be the best person I can be, the hardest worker I can be. And sometimes people don't like that. They don't like that. But you know what? That's on them. That's on them. Yes, it is. They don't think I got their number, but I do, honey. I got it on speed dial. Yes, I do. And guess what else? Sometimes when we rising up, there's gonna be people want to drag us back down, but we ain't gonna let them. No, we're not. Jealousy, it doesn't belong to us. We don't own it. We don't rent it. And even if the subscription is free, honey, we don't subscribe. No, we don't. We tear it up, we throw it in the garbage. Yes, we do. And for those who want to count us out, it's okay, honey, because all we need is ourselves to count us in. Don't you forget that.
Ready? Okay. Wishing and hoping and thinking and praying, planning and dreaming each night of his child that won't get you.
People love to ask me, Brenda, why do you always host Thanksgiving? It is a lot of work, and my answer to that is it's what I do. It's who I am. It will be the party of the year. You can take my words and you can take them to the bank. You can cash that check. You won't have any problems. And honey, if you don't have someplace to go on Thanksgiving, you come to my house. I will make you a plate. The food will be exceptional. My house will look exquisitely. The table will look exquisite. I'm making 2 turkeys, I'm frying 1, and honey, if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. I'm making spiraled ham. I'm making my mashed potatoes. I'm making sweet potato casserole. And as God is my witness, I will be making my ambrosia salad.
Oh, what you doing in there? Just pooping. You were with TikTok again, weren't you? No. Raise your hand. What? Fine. Do it. I knew it. Let me see your phone. No. Give it. No. You are a savage. Class.
Tina, dear, would you like to go next?
Well, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, there's something different about me. Can you guess what it is?
Your hair, it's curly.
Yeah, Rachel, I got a perm. You guys like it? You look like Magnum PI without the mustache. Well, guess what, Robert? I'm rubber and you're glue, and whatever you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. And I would rather look like Magnum PI than Magnum Doofus. But guys, that's not all. You notice anything else different about me? My Aunt Deb gave me her jean jacket, but guess what? It's no ordinary jean jacket. She wore it to an AC/DC concert in 1980. And guess what else? It's got magical powers. And when I put it on, I can run faster, I'm smarter, I'm cooler, and bullies don't get me down. Yeah, so try harder next time.
Introducing The Neon Girls, a universe of 1980s character comedy. I'm the creator and writer, actor behind The Neon Girls. My name's Casey Dressler, and I just wanted to break down sort of
who the characters are, how they connect, and I'm gonna do the best I can because I do have a lot of characters. Okay, the very first character that was created was Mustang Deb. She's a character that I created to pay tribute to all the wonderful, beautiful women in my family, the women who raised me, the cigarette smoking, dramatic storytellers of the 80s and the 90s. So the Neon Girls started with my girl Deb. So one day Deb's telling a story about her beautician Donna, and eventually I introduced Donna of Hot Look Salon. Donna, she references her assistant Steph, and eventually I introduce Steph. Later in the series we find out that Steph is Donna's daughter. Mustang Deb also talks about her bestie Brenda. Eventually we meet Brenda. And Mustang Deb also talks about her niece, Tina, who's actually Brenda's daughter. So it kind of always goes back to that storytelling and the characters kind of being born through the imagination of each character. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll create a character completely separate, but then connect them back to the girls. So for instance, I created this series called Nell's Diner. You have Caroline. You have Patsy, who's actually Donna's sister, and you have Roberta Jones, who's been a long-time client at Hot Looks Salon. Caroline as well has been a longtime client at Hot Look Salon. You can sort of assume that everyone who lives in this small town goes to that salon. There's also a reference of Thundercuts, which is the other salon in town, and eventually I introduced them. They're like the punk rock, goth, new wave salon in town. They do all the edgy hairstyles and makeup looks, and there you meet Raven, you meet Junie, who's the lead stylist, the receptionist, Theodore Oliver, and their family as well. So Junie is the mom, Raven is the daughter, and Theodore Oliver is the son. Now, Raven is very good friends with Steph, Donna's daughter, and they are also best friends with Samantha. Now Samantha babysits little Tina. Samantha has a boyfriend named Ronnie, and Ronnie's parents own the local record store called Wild Out Records, where Mustang Deb works. And I can't forget Phil. Phil is Deb's boyfriend. Now I only ever, for many months, I only ever referenced Phil in stories that Mustang Deb would tell. But the whole time that I was creating this character, Phil, who's very much like your 80s dream man, he has an endless amount of hidden talents. He's a total goofball, but he can sing, he can dance. He's like got all these, like little hidden talents. I always thought of my friend Josh, who's hilarious, who literally can sing, dance, act. He's hysterical. He plays instruments. So I was like, hey, can you play Phil? And he's like, yeah, I'm in. So he's played Phil twice. I recently brought him in for an episode of Donna's Blind Date series. He was Sensei Todd, and we're gonna see him as a couple other characters hopefully soon. There's also a character named Roxanne, who Roxanne is a worker over at the local bowling alley. We've seen her get her hair done at Hot Looks. Most of the time we see her by herself, but she's connected to pretty much everyone in town, because if you grew up in a small town like me, you know that the bowling alley was where you went on Friday nights. It was like the movie theater, the bowling alley, football games, or a parking lot somewhere, pretty much. There's also characters that are just one-off characters. We see them getting maybe a makeover at Hot Looks Salon, but we might not see them again. Every once in a while, I will introduce a character at Hot Looks, and then you'll see them again. For instance, there's Van Helga, aka Marcy, who is the owner of the Neon Boutique, where all the kids go to shop for gifts and their prom outfits. It's like the cool hip store in the mall. There's also some lesser known characters like Star Madonna, who is the owner and operator of Lucky Star Psychic Hotline. We've seen her a handful of times. We have Shirley, who's the nail tech who works at Hot Looks Salon. That was a character that was born out of Donna just talking about her. And then several weeks later, when I had an idea of who she was, I introduced her. Of course, I can't forget Gail. Gail, she's our thrift queen. She loves a bargain, but she's very fabulous. She is Donna's cousin. They grew up together in New York. Also cousin to Donna's sister, Patsy, so their family. Recently, Donna's daughter, Steph, took a spring break to Miami to see Steph's dad, Donna's ex,
Ricky. And there in Miami on Steph's spring break, we also get to meet Sylvia, Mama Sylvia, who is Donna's mother and Stephanie's grandmother. The town itself that they live in, I've never named. So this is supposed to be a fictional, anywhere sort of USA. And I have committed to this idea because I love the idea of using regional references, regional dialects. I love thinking that the viewer watching could feel like maybe it could be their own hometown. So that's why I've never named a specific location. I do use references from all over. All of the girls have a very different dialect, but I will say that it is based on my own hometown growing up in the Florida Keys. The Florida Keys is a small chain of islands. It's a very small town. However, we have people from all over the map who live there, who vacation there. And so I grew up with all of these delicious accents in my ear. And yeah, it's a nod to my own hometown. And I do reference a lot of things from my own hometown as well. I also like to time hop, so most of the storylines take place in the 1980s. However, we've seen Hot Lick Salon in the 70s. We've also seen them in the 90s. Little Tina has grown up to be a teenager that we've seen in the 90s, along with her friend, Rachel. And soon we'll be seeing Steven, who's been Tina's longtime crush since kindergarten. So we're going to see him soon. And I'm just going to continue to add on the characters, hop timelines. It's a lot of fun. I know that I have a lot of new people following my work. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of a breakdown of who sort of like the main players are, but I'm gonna put together like a proper diagram and maybe post it. But thank you for all your questions. Thank you for engaging my videos and for investing in the characters. It's so much fun creating them. It's so much fun. Thanks for taking the ride with me.
I'm already there. Take a look around.
He was turned into a cat, wasn't he? It was the curse.
It sure was, but Raymond's curse backfired. Sweeney William was not turned into an ordinary house cat. He had been transformed into a half man, half lion, and he was out for blood. Raymond's blood. He ran right to Raymond's shack, busted down the door, and found him shivering in the corner with his cats, begging for his life. Sweeney William agreed to let him live if he would reverse the curse. However, the curse was irreversible, but Raymond was able to finagle it so that after 100 years, Sweeney would return to his human form. After that, Sweeney sent Raymond packing out of the shack, and he was never heard from or seen again.
He probably got the heck out of Dodge.
It's believed that Sweeney William's been living in that old shack deep in the woods waiting for the 100-year curse to end.
Oh, that is so tragic. What happened to Rosemarie?
Well, legend has it that one night Rosemarie was awoken by the cries of a cat, and when she went outside, she found a letter on the ground that had been stamped with a paw print, and it read, "My beloved Rosemarie, I will come lie with thee in 100 years.
That is so sad. She would be long gone by the end of the curse.
Well, I think that's what the letter implies. I'll come lie with thee like he'll come lie beside her in their graves, uniting for eternity.
Oh, that is morbid. I don't like this story. It's too sad.
What if when the curse ends, he's restored to the age he was when he was first transformed? I mean, he was a young man. Wouldn't he have another 60 years to live? I've thought about that too.
It's 1988, so this is the year that the curse ends.
Wait a second. This cat that's roaming around the graveyard, y'all think it could be Sweeney William?
The timing sure does feel suspect to me.
I can't believe I didn't put two and two together, but Deb, honey, aren't you going to tell the rest of the story?
That's it, hon. I told it as I know it. You mean there's more?
Oh, honey, there's a lot more, so grab your popcorn.
It was just like any other Thursday night. I was sitting on my sofa eating a Marie Callender's chicken pot pie, watching Magnum P.I., and the phone rings. It's Brenda. She says, "Deb, you got a minute?" And her voice is shaking, and she says, "Little Tina and I were just over at the Dairy Queen, and when we were heading in to get our cones, I saw a few hippies sitting out on a blanket outside a VW van, and they were playing Peter, Paul, and Mary's Puff the Magic Dragon. So I gave little Tina $1 to go run and give him a tip. We go in for our ice creams. Are you ready for this? Okay. Then she tells me, when we come back out, there is a flying saucer just overhead of us. I said, a flying who? She said, a flying saucer, Deb, a UFO. I said, so this thing was just flying around the Dairy Queen parking lot? She said, honest to God, it was, Deb. And she said, and then it shot up into the sky real fast and it was gone. I said, okay, are you okay? She said, yeah, we're okay, but when I was driving out the parking lot, I looked at the VW van and the blanket and the guitars were still on the ground, but the hippies were gone. She said, I think the aliens took them. I said, I think Puff the Magic Dragons were dragging on some devil's lettuce, got themselves a case of the munchies, snuck into the side entrance of the Dairy Queen, and got themselves a few soft serves, hon. I wouldn't worry about it. Now look, I got a stand-in appointment for my perm over at Hot Luck Salon, and Steph, the receptionist, she called and confirmed it. But the next day she called me and she told me that she and Donna got the chicken pox. So then Donna, she gets on the phone and she says, hon, you have my blessing to go over to Thundercuts. And you know, I could have waited, but I really wanted my perm done, so I made an appointment at this Thundercuts, and I didn't know nothing about the place. I get there and I'm greeted by a woman who looks like a mix between Divine the Drag Queen and Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She says, hi, my name is June. Please call me Junie. I kind of got the feeling she was a witchy woman who was maybe into New Wave. And look, I didn't feel good about going in the first place because I love Donna, but she gave me her blessing. So I sit down in her chair and we start talking. She's doing my hair. And she tells me that she's been hearing some rumors coming out of Hot Luck Salon. Now, I don't like talking about gossip, but I sure as heck love to listen. I said, what you been hearing? She says, well, I have some friends who get their hair done there. And when they were there, the gal who works the desk was getting a whole lot of really weird calls. I said, like what kind of calls? She said, well, there was someone who was calling incessantly asking about Lobster. The next call was by John Lennon requesting a body bathe. Now, I thought that the Lobster bit was really strange because I recently found a note in a box of Cracker Jacks talking about lobster. But I called the Cracker Jack company and I talked to a lady named Jacqueline who assured me that it couldn't have been any of their employees, that maybe somebody did it at the grocery store, some kind of jokester, and I've just left it at that. I said, there's somebody in town playing tricks and I don't think that this is very funny. Then Junie says to me, I don't think it's a joke at all, and I've got a theory about what's going on. I said, well, tell me. She said, well, in addition to all of the prank calls, they have been perfectly timed with them getting this new Diet Coke can phone. I says, well, what does the phone have anything to do with it? She says, well, I can't say for sure, but my theory is they're getting calls from another dimension. So I just nodded. And I didn't know what to say to that, so I said the first thing that came on my mind, I said, do you do nails? She said, I do. And then she gave me these chiclets. Get well soon, Donna.
Honey, the 80s called. They want the mullet back. Can I do what I do? Hot Luck Salon, this is Tina. How can I help you? You know, I'm not too sure, so I'm just going to put you on a brief hold and then I'll ask. Hey, Steph, are you able to do the Rachel? Does Joey like sandwiches? Yeah, I can do the Rachel. Okay, all right, cool, yeah. Yeah, she can do it. Honey, baby angel, queen of Miami subs. I'm gonna pump up each chair. Hi, Roberta. Like my necklace, honey? I've been very into butterflies lately. Yeah, what day do you want to come in? As if, don't say that about yourself. You are gorgeous. And before you leave here today, we're gonna get you feeling that way as well. What are we doing today? Very good. Sina, can you shampoo him? Hi, if you want to go to the bowl, I can shampoo you. Yeah, the shampoo does smell really good. It's Paul Mitchell Awapui. Hi, can you bring your head back a little? Gorgeous hair, honey. You're gonna love these layers. I think we need to tone you. Hey guys, I'm gonna go next door and get a Fruitopia. Do you want anything? No. Tina, I'll take an Arizona Diet Grande. You know my order, honey. Mother, I am loving this jacket that I got you from Wetzel. Honey, I love it. You know your mother. That's my mom. She's the best. She taught me everything I know. That's my daughter. She's fabulous. And let me tell you what, I taught her everything I know.
This week has been a big week for me, and I want to thank everybody who's been showing up for me. I was on the television show I Can See Your Voice, Season 3, Episode 3. I was the wedding planner, and if you haven't watched it, I won't give it away, but you can stream it. It's Fox on Hulu, and yeah, I just want to thank everybody who's been watching and supporting me. I also have hit 1.2 million views on Instagram for this character. Her name is Gail, and she is a thrifting queen. And what's so hilarious about this is that a lot of people don't know that it's a character and that it's a joke. So if you followed me for thrift tips, I'll be doing Gail again, okay? But this is a character comedy page, but I'm so happy you're here, and thank you so much for the follow. And last but certainly not least, I've been engaged in a little bit of an online romance. Diet Coke, baby. They've been flirting with me on Instagram. Diet Coke. Steph needs a cameo. Diet Coke and others liked your reel. Diet Coke. I'm saving the last dance for you. Call me. Okay, jokes aside though, this has been an awesome week. I want to thank everybody and I love you so much. Thanks for supporting me.
This is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our life.
When did candy get so expensive? Here, what else do I have that I could give out that's worth less?
Trick or treat! Hey guys, here's some Happy Meal Beanie Babies, and these are still in their bag, so they're still worth nothing. You know, you can have all of them, yeah, because they just make me really sad. A few pogs, and you look super scary, so we'll get you a slammer too. What are those? Ask a millennial. Lucky for you, my Chumbawamba CD is still there. All of the creators of the most inspirational song of our generation. Pissing the night away. Never understood that part. And you look like you would want blue, and purple for you. Those are worth something again? Okay, you know what? We're gonna take those back. Just know if you do try to use this, it was a very, very overwhelming experience. Who am I supposed to be? What my parents told me would be my retirement fund. If you'll excuse me, I have some student debt that I'm still paying. Now, if you want to have your dad bring the car around, I've got about 30 more of those. I think I paid $150 for this. Worn it once. This is the last of it, so sorry, but if you open it up, it's real big. You could burn it. It's okay if you toilet paper me, because that's also gotten really expensive. But 2-ply, please. Oh, the PSL launched today.
Me and the Tinder swindler, we met on Tinder. We became internet lovers. And I was attracted to him, but I just knew from the beginning that something was off. I got a text from him this one day, and he's like, oh, just landed here in Germany. I'm thinking of you. And, I have to tell you, I was very, very, very uncomfortable. I mean, really, who wears white pants after Labor Day? And really, the Louis Vuitton sweater? I'm sorry. No, thank you. Check, please. And if I'm being honest, and I hope this doesn't get me canceled, but, with all of the Gucci and the Smoochie and the Louis Vuitton, it made me really wonder if he maybe had small genitals. Sorry, honey, but wearing Louis Vuitton isn't going to get you a pair of bigger balls. Again, not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with small genitals. And then one day he sent me a picture, and it was like a picture of someone else taking a picture, and I was like, this is too much. I can't. There's something that's just very unattractive to me about a man who takes a lot of pictures of himself. To me, it just screams desperate insecurity. Look at me, I'm taking a picture, someone else is taking a picture. I mean, come on, please, go to therapy. It's time, honey. It's time for therapy. You don't have to suffer any longer. I just knew something was off, something wasn't right. Everything in my body was telling me this guy is dangerous. Why did I keep talking to him? You know, that's a fair question. I don't know. I guess I was intrigued. I wanted to know how the story was going to end with this guy. I almost felt like a detective. Like I wanted to get to the bottom of it, you know? I wanted to crack the case, so to speak. I just want to ask him why. You know, why? Why the white pants?
Cool.
Hit it, Fergie.
All the time I turn around, brothers gather round, always looking at me up and down, looking at my. I just wanna say it now, I ain't trying to round up drama, little mama, I don't wanna take it, man. And I know I'm coming off just a little bit conceited, and I keep on repeating how the boys wanna eat it, but I'm trying to tell that I can't be treated like clientele, cause they say she delicious.
Lauren, hi, I'm Nicole. It's great to meet you.
Coming, isn't it? Why does it have to happen every year? Fireworks is what they call them. That's so weird because nobody else that works for us. But they're fun. They think they're so fun. And you know what I think is fun? Is not thinking my life is in imminent danger. And like, I'm not even like that scared, but it's just, did you hear that? Did you hear that? I think I'm gonna throw up. Where's Mom's good rug? Here we go! Here we go! They got me one of those weighted jackets, so now I'm like a burrito of anxiety. Oh, and this special treat is supposed to chill me out. I get stronger at the dog park.
5 minutes later.
We don't know what's going to happen between you and Ronnie. None of us are psychics.
Well, I sort of am.
Okay. So imagine Samantha. Imagine that everything you've been through, all the heartache, you and Ronnie breaking up, the trials and tribulations, the path that you've been on, it has led you to this moment. And it is at this moment that your path winds and leads you to your wildest dreams. Would you then, even for a moment, regret anything?
No, you're right. When did you get to be so wise, Steph?
It's because I'm a hairstylist. Every day is like one big therapy sesh, plus you've met my mother.
That adds up.
If you want to make this happen, if you want to get back with Ronnie, you need not forget that you are a beautiful and powerful woman. You are a woman of the 90s. So go after what you want, be direct, do it from a place of strength, not regret or guilt or desperation. And Raven and I were enlisting on the mission.
Oh, really?
Abso-friggin-lutely, let Operation Win Blockbuster Ronnie back a commence. You're in, Raven?
Yes, as long as you don't make me wear camo.
God, no, but that's not all. There is one other person we need to recruit.
What?
Mother!
Honey, you called?
Oh, snap! Oh, snap!
When I come to the club, step aside.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
This is taking a toll, the way the story unfolds. Not the picture perfect movie.
Ronnie, man, had to go with Samantha the other night. It was great, man, just like old times. You two getting back together? I don't know, man, I want to, but I'm gonna let her take the lead on this. I don't want to come on too strong. Being she was the one to end things, I think that's wise, brother. But devil's advocate, if she's showing any interest, don't put her in a position where she's got to chase you. I hear you. It's hard to know what she's thinking, but I'm gonna be here if and when she's ready to communicate it. Solid plan.
I guess I have to answer the phone now too, Randy. Mermaid Marys, this is Brandy. We're open for dinner until 10. I need 2 pina coladas and a Miami Vice.
Dang, okay, just give me a minute. These frozen drinks are killing me.
Yeah, you look really busy. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Brandy.
I like your hair.
Thanks.
I'm gonna come back for my drinks. Try to get them done before the next moon phase.
I think I'm just gonna level set my expectations on us getting back together. You know, I'm just real happy Samantha's back in my life, whatever capacity she wants to be in. It's a good plan, man, but you've seen when Harry met Sally. You think you can just be friends? Yeah, I don't know, man. Hey, she did say she missed my mustache. I miss her mustache, man. You do? Yeah, brother, and I'd grow that hair back out too, except Brandy liked it.
I'm thinking about growing it out again. I look like a down on his luck Zach Morris.
You said it, man, not me. Hey, looks like your look just changed. Look who's here.
Okay, honey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with a deep condash.
Hotlick Salon, this is Steph speaking. How can I help you? Honey, baby, sweetie, guardian of gumballs. I'm gonna pump up your chair. Hello? Mom, it's the prank caller again.
Is it the kid?
It's not the kid, it's some new weirdo. Hello? Okay, call here again and you will have some major problems. Okay, give me the phone. And who am I speaking to, honey?
Lobster.
Very good. It's my understanding you're looking for lobster, honey. Here's the thing. We are a hair salon. We don't serve food. However, I can tell you the good places in town. Start with Nell's Diner. Are you writing this down? Very good, honey. Okay, go to Nell. Ask for Caroline. She's the best waitress in the joint. She'll take care of you. Order the lobster bit. They don't always have it, honey, but when they do, I promise you it's going to change your life. Very good. You're going to love it. Call us back when you want a dye job, honey. And that is how you do it, honey. Sometimes the tourists, they call because they want referrals. Next time, be nice. Ask more questions. Now, I am dying for some crustaceans. I get no breaks. I get none. I can't do this anymore.
Who's next?
Organic rice, organic black beans, the turkey you requested, broccoli, and cinnamon dusted sweet potatoes. I just started listening to a hilarious new podcast on Wondery called I Love My Kid, but like you can love your kids and not love every moment of your kids. Like I would fist fight a bear for them. However, we are in a season right now, and that season is WWF SmackDown Season 12. They're 5-2, and every day they each wake up with the mission of sending the other one to the Lord. Something in their DNA just says, I was meant to be an only child. So when they're screaming, that's weirdly comforting. It's when they're quiet that I'm like, is this it? Somebody in a chokehold? I mean, my money's on the little one. I'm not going to lie. My 2-year-old must have a great lawyer because he is not concerned with any sort of a sentence. Go listen to I Love My Kid, but I listen to it ad-free on my Amazon Music app. It's on the Wondery app too. If you can't afford therapy, it's pretty gross. So, solidarity.
May the good Lord above strike me dead if I'm lying to y'all. I saw me an extraterrestrial aircraft. Now, I am not one to embellish nothing. So you can take my words and you can take them to the bank. My baby and I were coming out from getting some ice creams from the Dairy Queen. I look up and the thing is huge with lights all around. It was making no sound. And then it shot up as soon as I saw it. I said, baby, get in the car. Now, before we went into the Dairy Queen, we saw 3 musicians playing outside a VW van, and I really appreciated the ambiance. They were playing one of my favorite songs, Puppet Magic Dragon. So we gave them a little tip before going inside. I want to teach my daughter to appreciate the art. And the thing that really bothers me is that when we left that parking lot, those people were nowhere to be found, and I think they were abducted by the aliens. So I go home and I call this non-emergency number, and I get this man named Vern on the phone who starts laughing at me when I told him what happened. I said, okay, Vern, you go ahead and laugh now. I said, but when Marvin the Martian comes and abducts your chihuahua, it ain't gonna be so funny. I said, so that's on you.
So I bought my daughter an American Girl doll, and I guess I ended up on their mailing list because I got their catalog of historical characters from the 90s. Couldn't have called it the Millennial Collection, 90s Collection. Guess I'm a historical character. 4th grade, there were 2 Nicoles in the class. Guess who went by Nikki? But it gets worse when you go to the inside. Inflatable chair. Sounds like you farted every time you sit down. Walkman. Don't run, it skips. Chunky cell phone, and wait, a computer that plays dial-up sounds. I'd rather not be triggered by that sound again. So vintage. Do we see this skirt? Yeah. Oh my God. No. American Girl historical figure. 35-year-old historical figure. Why do I have the same skirt as her? And it's a skirt. I don't know what this means, but I don't think it's good. Stop attacking us. It's too soon.
Oh, you brought a picture. Let me see. You could do this. You could pull this off. However, we need to do a deep condition on you. Your hair is very dry. Sweetie, I'm going to pump up a chair.
আমি দ্রুত চলে আসবো। ফুফু আমি যাচ্ছি।
ছেলে হলে তুমি না, মেয়ে হলে ইরা।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, উঠলাম ফুফুর ঘরে। আমার তো কোনো কিছু হচ্ছে না।
ইস, হও, ঘরের বউ টিউশনি করব। কোনদিন তোর ভালো হইব না কয়ে দিলাম।
আমি বলছি যে আমি একটা মেয়েকে পছন্দ করি, তার সাথে আমার সম্পর্ক আছে।
এত দেরি হচ্ছে কেন তোর? তাড়াতাড়ি বাসায়।
বাবা আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি জুহি, আমি তোমাকে ছাড়া থাকতে পারবো না।
আমি বিয়ে করলে তারই বিয়ে করব, আমি তো বিয়েই করব না।
ধরো বিশাল বড় একটা জলোচ্ছ্বাস আসছে, বাবা আমি তো তোমাকে অনেকবার জহিরের কথা।
স্টপ।
বাবা
এটা পৃথিবীতে আসার পর আবার বসা যাবে।
কিন্তু ওর জন্য তো দুইটা বাটন লাগানো বাকি আমার।
হ্যালো,
আই তোমার ইন্টারভিউ কি শেষ হয়েছে?
হ্যাঁ।
এখন তো আমার কথা ভালোই লাগবো না, ওই মাইয়াটাই তোর মাথাটা খাইছে।
তোর তো অনেক সমস্যা। আচ্ছা টাকাটা রাখ।
আমি তো এত ভাবছি না, তুমি কেন এত ভাবছো?
গতকাল থেকে তো তুমি এক পোশাকেই আছো। আমার এই যে একটা পুরান শাড়ি,
একেবারে আকাম্মা ছেলে, কিচ্ছু করে না, চাকরি বাকরি নাই, আর কবে চাকরি পাবে।
তুমি পারবে না আমার সাথে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকতে?
হয়তো গল্পটা খুব সামান্য, এরকম অজস্র সামান্য গল্পই
একটুর মধ্যে এত মায়া, এত মিষ্টি।
আমার কোথায়?
এখন শুধু জীবনের অর্থ খুঁজছি। ভালোবাসা কি ফুরায়?
ভালোবাসা
এখন তো আমার কথা ভালোই লাগবো না। ওই মাইয়াটাই তোর মাথাটা খাইছে।
একদিনের নোটিশে বললো যে বিয়েটা করে ফেললো, আমি বিয়ে করে ফেললাম। বিয়ে তো শোনো, মা জানতো আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি, এখন মেনে নিচ্ছে।
তারে থুইয়া আমি ওই নাচ গান করা, হ্যাঁ, মানুষের সামনে।
ধরো বিশাল বড় একটা জলোচ্ছ্বাস আসছে,
আমার বউ তো দেখি একদম পুরো দুর্যোগ হয়ে গেছে। ঠিক আছে, চাকরি পাওয়ার পর পুরোতে যত বড় দুর্যোগই আসুক আমি বুক টান করে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবো।
তোমার সাথে থাকলে মনে হয় পৃথিবীতে দুঃখ বলে কিচ্ছু নেই।
তুমি একবার তোমার ছেলের পছন্দ এই মাইয়াটা আনো, দেখবা তোমারও পছন্দ হয়েছে।
ইনশাল্লাহ দেখো তোমার চাকরিটা হয়ে যাবে।
খেয়ে নিও। ইন্টারভিউ তো ভালোই হয়েছে, বেশ কয়েকটা ইন্টারভিউ তো দিলামও।
আগামী পরশু সকালে তোকে ছেলে পক্ষ দেখতে আসবে, রেডি থাকিস মা।
তার পছন্দ মতো বিয়ে করি নাই বলে তার মাথা নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে। সামলাও তার।
কোনো কিছু চিন্তা করলে আমার দম বন্ধ হয়ে আসে।